the person sees his colleagues flying here and there because of certain affiliations that the camp they belong to has. Like, I'll take Mavens for example. If you join Mavens, you know you are not only joining Mavens, but definitely you have certain umbrella that is going to hook you up at a point. So for some of these artists, especially in our space, they feel like, okay, our people are a little limited in terms of giving them what they actually want, because they join these companies or these firms and they get whatever the company gives them, as in the breakthrough, the popularity and all that. But it goes beyond that. Now they would want to see, okay, another roadmap. Now that we've been able to achieve this, what is the way forward? But you realize that the label still keeps giving them like the same thing over and over again. Because if I give you this, Kwame Eugene for example. Kwame Eugene has won Artist of the Year, has won High Life Artist of the Year, High Life Song of the Year. The level of popularity Kwame Eugene has in this country is huge. Now, everybody automatically would expect, including him, expects that now Kwame Eugene should go and compete with the likes of Ashake and all that. And look at the muscles these guys have, simply because the firm that they belong to have certain kind of affiliations or are able to get them through certain markets. So if they realize that, okay, if I can't go to that international market, or my label is not that strong for it to penetrate me through that international market, and we'll still be doing the same thing over and over again, then definitely we will be getting the same results. So why don't I, now that I've been able to gain some grounds, why don't I do things by myself, so that if I know, okay, there's no hope for me to go international, then we all day here and I will still enjoy my money in full, rather than share it with you and still be in the same space like that. So these are some of the back and forth that I think would compel some of these artists not to renew their contract or even break through. But I would also want them to know that in the long run, sometimes it affects them the more than it affects the firm. Because if you belong to a firm or a management team, or let's say a label as we call it in this space, and I take Last Mid as an example again. Last Mid has gained some level of popularity, has won an award and all that. What it means is that the highly spiritual label is highly connected, is good. That is the perception you give the label. So if you should leave right now, know that you've given them that endorsement, that track record, that huge leverage for them to get other artists on board. So if you go and you don't get what you want in the outside world, or you are left in the wild and you suffer there, that is not their problem. In fact, you've even given them a huge leverage for them to get other people to even chop their money the more. So sometimes they should also consider the pros and cons, the way forward. I believe if they are able to set certain targets, about 5 years, okay, let me do this 2 years, 3 years. If it doesn't go as planned, then I probably reconsider my decision and go back to my former label. Some of these people don't do it. I will give you, I can list the number of guys who have even left the highly spiritual label. Prime is one of them. Help me with. Kel Songs is one.
Ken
Maga.
Rachel Blue.
What has happened to all these guys after leaving the label? You understand? But highly spiritual is still highly spiritual as we speak, because when you go to highly spiritual, they will not tell you, they are not going to give you what happened to the artist after they left the label. They will give you data of what the artist was able to do when they were with them. And to them, that is their leverage, that is their cocoa money, that is their CV. So you've bettered their CV and you are going to get something else from elsewhere. I believe sometimes they should also consider, because they've also served the label a lot, and if they want something to be done, they should rather sit down and help the label grow. Because they shouldn't also think that the likes of Mavens and other things grew themselves. It is out of the fact that some artists that they were able to break through, who had certain level of connection, decided to plow back into the same industry to help them grow. So sometimes they should also consider that aspect as well before moving.
Great.